Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Broverwatch podcast. Today we are doing it in person because, whoa, it's the finals. The grand finals, in fact. We just watched the, you're going to see a lot, a window into my life in this episode. We just finished watching the 2 days and 2 games of the Philadelphia Fusion facing off against the London Spitfire.
Oopsie.
That's the first thing you say in the whole podcast?
You didn't introduce me. So.
That's the first thing you say in the whole podcast? It's the first thing you say in the whole podcast?
You should introduce
Is
your
whoopsie
guest.
after you hit the microphone while I'm trying to talk? Everybody, the Broverwatch podcast is the #1 podcast about the Overwatch League for filthy casuals. I always screw that up. My name is Adam Cook, and with me, as always, unfortunately, is Calder Amos Wood.
Hello.
Don't look at yourself. I'll minimize that.
Do it.
Here, I'll just...
I like looking at myself.
I hate it.
I actually.
So today we're gonna be talking about the 2 games, and because that's all there is to talk about, except a couple news stories. Actually, a lot of news stories that we are going to talk about to start things off. Of course, there are going to be expansion teams next year. Why are you not contributing? Of course, there are going to.
You don't want me to.
Of course, there are going to be expansion teams this year, or next year. I apologize. And we know of 3 of them so far.
And we should have checked this before. But is there supposed to be 6 or 4?
I believe there's supposed to be 6. And we learned about one of them today. And Overwatch League is selling Atlanta a spot to group funded by Cox.
Get it?
Get what?
Cox.
So Activision Blizzard has sold it.
Sorry.
Man, you're really good at this, huh?
Sorry.
Do you like how angry I am?
Yep.
Activision Blizzard has sold an Atlanta expansion slot in its Overwatch League to a group funded by Georgia-based conglomerate Cox Enterprises, League sources told ESPN.
Espen.
Apparently, the spot cost anywhere from $30 million to $60 million. Atlanta's pretty big.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it was more around the $50 million range.
Does it?
I don't know.
I don't think that's how that works.
Me
I
neither.
just don't think they know the number yet. So nice job. You already ruined it. Anyway, so the other 2 we learned about this weekend. By the way, Atlanta, kind of expected. They're one of the biggest cities in...
Oh, also, you know what I just realized? Here's a fun fact that you guys already knew, but I'm only just finding out right now. You didn't see us during that. So what we're going to do real quick is, while you're looking at this and talking about it, Calder's going to talk more about what he thinks Atlanta is going to be. Talk about color scheme.
Color scheme? Ooh. I'm thinking... Oh, they can't do red and black because of Shanghai. Maybe... Oh, what would be a good one? Maybe like a blue. Maybe another blue team because there's only the one, Dallas.
Yeah.
So maybe they're like a lighter blue. But that wouldn't really be Atlanta.
No.
So I'm assuming there's some black in there. Was that racist? I don't know.
No.
Atlanta's just got like dark team colors.
Yeah.
Like the Hawks and...
Well, they also want to be separate from a lot of other things, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was like a bright blue and black.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's kind of like Dallas, isn't it?
No, Dallas is light
too.
blue and dark blue.
Oh, that's dark blue.
Yeah.
I'm colorblind.
Forgot about that.
So... But it makes sense because Atlanta's one of the biggest cities in the United States. And it's also capturing a area of the United States that no other team does, which is like that Midwest, like Middle America area.
Yeah.
Even though I think that's where they are, I'm not sure.
And we'll get into this a little bit after we talk about these next 2 teams, but they said, as far as we know, they said 6 new teams, and they didn't like say flat out, but it was pretty much
hoping for,
like pretty much saying 2 North American teams, 2 EU teams, and 2 Asian teams. Yeah. Or the Asian one also said maybe Australia.
I don't think they'll do Australia yet.
Me neither. So Atlanta would be one of those 2 North American spots, so that makes it a little less likely for Canada to get a team, because people have been talking about Seattle getting a team and how likely that is, but we'll
and
see.
maybe Chicago too.
Yeah.
Chicago would make sense.
Please give us your Canada team, please.
And please don't make it Vancouver.
Please make it Toronto or Ottawa or friggin' make it Prince Edward Island, the entire province.
Or none of it.
It would be honestly, it would be Vancouver.
Us a yellow.
It would be
team.
Vancouver or Victoria or maybe Calgary.
No, they're not going to give it to Calgary.
Quebec City?
No.
Quebec City Quickers?
The other 2 teams we learned about this weekend, besides Atlanta, are Paris and Guangzhou. Which is in China. Paris is in Germany. No, it's in France.
Paris, France.
So Paris probably going to be some sort of color scheme like
I'm thinking of
their soccer team, maybe like a royal purple.
I was saying
royal
a purple, maybe
a yellow,
a little bit of red.
Yeah, it could be a little red
purple
and white.
Does purple and red go together? They could figure it out. Someone did make like a mock-up drawing of like what they think a Paris color scheme could look like.
And then Guangzhou, don't know, but it'll be the second.
It won't be red yellow because Shanghai's red yellow.
But it'll be the second Chinese team, which is fun.
Mm-hmm. What I would love for Guangzhou is if they did like a darker red and gold.
So it was the exact same as Shanghai?
No. Shanghai is bright yellow, bright red. A dark red gold would look really cool.
Do that for Atlanta.
Don't touch the microphone, I swear. Now, here's something that Calder doesn't understand.
Well, I understand it.
Calder doesn't get it.
Don't know who one person
Calder doesn't get it.
Well, he's with DJ Khaled in that picture.
It's a video, apparently.
Why are you so angry today?
Rick Fox, for those of you who don't know, like Calder, Rick Fox is an ex-NBA All-Star. I believe he was an All-Star.
Didn't say anything about that on this.
Well, that's because you didn't read the whole article. Pretty sure he was an All-Star at some point. Used to play for the LA Leakers.
They got leaky bumholes.
And the Boston Celtics. And he started an esports organization to grow closer to his son. And their story is very cool. I actually watched a 20-minute documentary on it the other day. So he owns the organization Echo Fox. Apparently he was at the Overwatch League. I'm hoping that means that he's looking, and he's wearing his Echo Fox jacket. So I'm hoping that this means that he's looking into getting a team in there.
And this could mean that he's doing one of the last 3 teams, maybe the next American team, or maybe he's trying to do a Canadian team.
Well, that's the thing. He's Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's trying to get a Canada team in there. Dude, a Rick Fox owned... I'm EQO. A Rick Fox owned Canada team in the Overwatch League, that would be a dream team, boing, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Maybe in one of the next weeks we'll talk about who we think these teams can have on them.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
That'd be fun. So, this is very cool.
Maybe we might actually do research.
This is very cool.
Is that just paint on his face?
No, it's he's looking at a Darth Maul toy. It's tattoos. It's like part of it. It's his race. Yeah. So this is very cool, and I hope that it leads to something more. We the best. We'll get into DJ Khaled. You know what? Let's do DJ Khaled now. DJ Khaled DJ Khaled performed at the Overwatch League, and everybody has been raving about how horrible it was.
There was a Reddit post that said, "If you saw DJ Khaled, I'm sorry."
There was another one saying, Blizzard could have donated the money that they gave to DJ Khaled to charity. To which I say, yeah, they could have, but you could say that about anything, so that's not really fair.
You could have said that their tickets could have been donated to charity.
Why do we have an Overwatch League if we could cure cancer? Well, it's It's not that easy.
Well, I mean,
And Blizzard already raised like what, 15 million?
I think it was like, yeah, I don't know.
A lot of money.
Make up a number.
Point is, DJ Khaled was really bad, and here's a clip. This is DJ Khaled performance crowd reaction.
And I want you to sing my song with me.
Also, it's barely his song.
Yeah.
You're really just like, yeah.
Let's go like this.
I like the hand.
This was the whole
They
performance,
should
by
make
the way.
that an Overwatch emote.
Now, two things. One, why'd you get DJ Khaled? He does not match the demographic the Overwatch League is for at all. Two, why would you get DJ Khaled? He is horrible live.
I didn't even know that he did live performances.
He does. There was even a video released like a year or two ago that was like, this is a DJ Khaled performance, and the entire crowd that went to go see his concert
Didn't care.
booed because it was so bad. Because he just stood there going, this isn't even my song. Now say the lyrics that you don't know. We the best music. So, pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
We the best Khaled. Wait, is this live right now and it's showing the DJ Khaled performance? That would match up perfectly if this is the case. No. Anyway, DJ Khaled was, we didn't watch the whole thing.
No, but don't watch it. It's too long. It's like 20 minutes, and it's just him on the stage. There's one point where he goes behind a DJ booth and does this, but nothing is changing in the song, and that's a good part.
There was a point, literally, where he was like, all right, on to the next song, pretty much. And then they played. It was literally just the song, and while he was doing it, he was going... It wasn't even like he was like, yeah!
He was just like... Can they even see that? Can they see us?
Yeah, they can see us. Right there.
Okay.
See? He was like this. Fine, here, we'll do it Calder's way. He was like this.
And then he would turn it down and no one would say anything. And he, like, it'd be a part where you're like, everybody hands go. And then you turn it...
He was like this.
Turn it down.
He was like this.
And then you turn it down.
Then
then no one would...
Then he'd turn it
no
down.
one would say anything.
And he'd go, what it...
And
no one would... No one would know the lyrics.
Nope.
So, the Dennis Hawkla Award, of course, Dennis Hawkla is also known as Internet Hulk. Major influence in the Overwatch. Esports, but mostly the Overwatch esports community. For being just a great guy. And the Dennis Hawkla Award will be announced at the All-Star Game. Which is good. This guy says, good call. The final should be all about the winning team. Which is, I guess, also...
Wow, he's only plat. What a noob.
Which is also... You're bronze. Which is also hearkening back to the World Cup where they announced... where they congratulated the winning team, South Korea, gave them the trophy, and then were like, now step aside, South Korea. Let's talk about the MVP. And then called XQC on stage, and we're like, here, XQC. And then South Korea was awkwardly there like, hey, we won the whole thing. And XQC's like, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks for letting me take this moment.
Very poorly handled, so I'm glad they're doing it at the All-Star Game because that seems more appropriate. Looking forward to the All-Star Game. I hope they do like mystery heroes and stupid crap like that. That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
Also, with the All-Star Game, next tab.
Who do you think's gonna get the Dennis Hawkla Award?
Mickey.
Yeah, Mickey. I agree.
In the next tab, we're getting these skins for the All-Star Game.
Look at these skins. That's the same size. Look at these skins. These were announced during the broadcast at the very end. It was just like, by the way, guys, All-Star Weekend's coming up, and just put these in the crowd goes, hoping this has nothing to do at all with the All Access Pass. That'd suck.
Yeah, I hope it's not.
Prediction, either you just watch the All-Star Weekend and you get these skins,
or you have to pick one.
or in game you're like, which team are you cheering for, and you pick one, and then that's the skin you get, and you only get one. I'd honestly be okay with that. A lot of people would be pissed about that, but
Which one would you pick?
Tracer, because I don't play Genji, and Tracers looks weird.
I'd pick Genji because I just think it's cool.
It is cooler.
Tracers looks like Hearthstone. We were saying this before. Tracers looks like Hearthstone.
Someone said they look like Heroes of the Storm skins.
Yeah, I thought that's what they were. I was like, why?
They are both in the game.
Why do we need crossover skins?
But yeah, it looks really cool. I wouldn't be surprised if what they did was, if you donate a certain amount of bits,
you can get the skins.
Which I hope they don't do. I hope it's just watch it and you get it.
We got to get those bits, boy.
Or it's just you get it in game. I don't know, but yeah.
Maybe they'll have like an all-star.
And I don't know if it's just these two. I wouldn't be surprised if it was just these two. It's just like these are the two skins. One is for Pacific, one's for Atlantic. But there might be more.
Yeah.
I think these are the only two, but who knows?
I don't like that they give Tracer so many skins. Who's my favorite hero?
Mercy. She has a lot of skins.
I don't like playing.
But
Mercy.
I thought you were the best Mercy in the game, huh?
You don't have to be the best. You don't have to play it a lot to be the best.
You failed that sentence. Next, this is a small one. Just since London won, which I guess we haven't mentioned, but we'll talk about it literally next. I'm glad they did this. They changed the menu to show who the grand finals champions are.
I think they changed the launch screen on battle.net to that.
Well, that was this morning.
Yeah. But still.
Yeah.
Wait, close it and see if the new thing is comes up.
This is exciting, dude. Especially for our audio listeners. We're reopening the Blizzard app /BattleNet.
Well, you can see Adam's password.
I can't. You can see my username, though. No, it's the same.
Lame.
Anyway, this is cool. I'm glad they're doing this. Here's big news. The Overwatch League peaked at 348,268 viewers today.
Just on Twitch.
Just on Twitch.
And it was also on ESPN and...
Is that just on Twitch? We should double check.
Yeah, because they wouldn't... you wouldn't have had those numbers from Disney or ESPN yet.
That's 3.5 times what they had when DJ Khaled was on. Which tells you a lot. People just want to see the game. No one gives a crap about DJ Khaled.
Well, they were at 100,000 for DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled was also pre the games, though.
Yeah, but I feel like that was to pull people in to watch it.
Yeah.
But no one was like, I gotta tune into the DJ Khaled performance.
Well, I don't think anyone's ever thought that they have to see DJ Khaled.
I don't think anyone's ever thought about seeing him.
Except for those 3 weeks when his Snapchat story was fun. And he was lost on a ski-doo.
That's the one time people thought about DJ Khaled. I'm going to open this up. There's a chance. The average was almost 300,000, which is huge. Yeah, and this is just on Twitch, I think.
Yeah.
Number 2 in the month rank. Number 87 in the all-time rank.
Oh, look at French and Korean, too. Oh, so...
Oh, it's
Where's the Chinese? China.
I don't think China has one.
Are you sure?
Don't know. Now, let's talk about the actual game. The 2 games. We went into this. You thought London was going to win, but you wanted Philly to win. Mm-hmm. And that kind of changed. You ended up just cheering for London because it...
Yeah, because I didn't really care.
I thought Philly was going to win, but wanted London to win. And London won the game.
As we said before.
The first game yesterday, all right, this is going up on Monday. We're recording this on Saturday. The first game on Friday went Philly won the first one, and then London won the next 3. It was a close game, though. Pretty much every single one was close. It doesn't look it here, but every single one was close. Oasis was just a crush because London's really good on Oasis.
Yeah.
But Eichenwald was really close.
Yeah.
Volskaya was really close.
Until Prophet popped off.
Till Prophet put it... Well, the thing is, that wasn't even the push they won on.
No. But it helped. There was the time when they were just standing on there and they almost won with Prophet just standing on the point.
The main thing we noticed from these 2 games, mainly these 2 maps from this game, was what usually happened was London's pushing, and then one of their players does a big boy. Mm-hmm. and it's like, holy crap, they're gonna win this, and
Yeah.
then Poco does a big bomb, and then slows them down, and then London eventually gets it anyway.
And then London can't seem to kill anyone on... Or not London. Philly can't seem to kill anyone on London.
Except
so
Poco.
then London just goes through.
Yeah. Poco
He had like a couple
had like 5 like fight winning ults, except they didn't win the fight.
Yeah.
so
I kind of felt bad for him.
yeah, because he was putting his heart and soul out there. Carpe unfortunately didn't really show up at all in either of the games.
And they were like... They obviously had the plan to focus Carpe because he's the best player on that team.
Mm-hmm.
But they just... Even on the second day, they couldn't find a way to get around that.
Yeah.
Which was sad to see, because it would have been a lot more competitive if they could find a way to get Carpe going.
Yeah. Hmm.
Anything else to say about these?
Eichenwald was good. Volskaya was the big one because Poco like landed this crazy bomb to like capture the first point last second, and then he also landed a bomb at the very end, second point, that almost saved it, but then Prophet killed 5 people by himself. And it was nuts. And Jester won the player of the match instead of Prophet for this one, which is a little surprising.
We
but
both thought Prophet should have won, but...
yeah, and Jester did do well. Like, I know on
It could just
Dorado
be,
he did really well.
It could just be that, like, you don't see Jester's point of view a lot.
Yeah.
So, he was probably doing a bunch of stuff that we didn't see.
Yeah.
Now...
Sorry, yawning. Now, this was the second game. It looks closer than it is.
Really.
London kind of steamrolled Philly.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel bad for Philly because they're good and they did good, but they got steamrolled. Especially on Li Jiang.
It kind of felt like it was over after after Junkertown.
Yeah, once Junkertown went, it was like, man, London looks good. And then all of Li Jiang looked good. I think they lost the point once on first point in Li Jiang.
Yeah. And they showed those stats
Yeah.
after, and EQOs were just like, ooh.
Yeah, EQO's stats were, I think it was something like 3 and 5.
Yeah. It wasn't good.
Yeah. But, and then, I think it was Doa or Monty said at some point, during the match that Prophet had more elims than EQO and Carpe combined.
Yeah. And that just goes to show how they just shut down
Carpe.
those 2 Philly boys.
Well, yeah, because Carpe couldn't get any kills because everyone was focusing him, and EQO couldn't do anything because he didn't have Carpe's help.
Yeah.
So,
When you take the most important piece out of a team, not good.
not good. And it
sucked.
it's a bit of a bummer because we wanted 3 games. Like, we got half the amount of maps we could have, because the first one, we got 4 maps, then we got 3 maps.
We could have gotten 15.
We could have gotten 15. We could have gotten
18?
18
If they all went to 6.
if they all went to 6, which is not going to
that would
happen.
But 15's like, it could happen.
Because we realized while watching Kings Row, if they win this, it's over.
Yeah, like the whole season.
The whole season is over. But like specifically, the grand finals are over. But if Philly wins this, then there's another map, and if they win that, there's another map, and if they win that, then there's another game where there could also be another 5 maps.
Yeah.
So it's like, this could either end right now or go on for another like 4 hours. And it's like, it's a bit weird because it ended and it was like, yay, London, but it was also like, it's over already. Like, we think that they should do more matches.
I think the one that makes sense in my head is best of 5 for the
matches.
maybe just playoff series as a whole.
Just figure it out.
Like, start Wednesday. Maybe, I guess it'll be better next year because it'll be 18 teams if they're adding 6.
Yeah.
It'll be 18 teams, and then they can have 8 or 10 teams in the play. Probably 8 teams in the playoffs. And then you have a real first round with no buys.
Mm-hmm.
A real second round.
And I'm fine with like having multiple days for just the grand final, but it was very weird having one game finish on one day and then be like, okay, it could be 2 games, could be 1. Oh, it was 1 game. Okay, bye.
And it was half of 1 game.
It was half of 1 game, yeah. It went as fast as it could be. Mm-hmm. Like after Lijiang, we were like, game's already almost done.
Yeah. We just got pizza.
We just got pizza. So yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
It wasn't underwhelming because like it was exciting and a good game. It was just it left me wanting more, and now there's no more for like 5 months.
There's a month until All-Star.
And then a couple weeks after that till
I think it's probably a bit longer.
Like a month and a half till
maybe
like a month till
at least a month.
Like a month till.
Yeah, the World Cup.
Well, wait, are you thinking November?
I'm thinking it starts in October sometime.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So like a month till a month till All-Star. No, month till All-Star, then a month till World Cup, and then like 2 months.
Until this preseason, maybe.
Till the preseason.
No, actually probably just a month. Probably a couple weeks till the preseason.
But as far as Overwatch League goes, it ended pretty abruptly.
Yeah.
And something about it, because like it was like hype, oh whoa, they're gonna get it, and then someone else jumped on point, and then it was like oh maybe they're not gonna get it. Oh no, they did get it.
Yeah.
And like something about that one person jumping on point and stalling it for half a second just killed all the hype from them being about to get it, because it was like okay, cool, they won the whole thing, cool.
I guess it's more of a problem with the game, right?
Yeah.
Not really the league. I'm not sure how they can fix that, but just like there wasn't a lot leading up to the weekend.
They didn't hype it up well at all. Like there were a lot of people being like, is anyone else not excited or like not hyped about this?
Yeah.
But I think it's also because like people have been building up the hype in their minds of like New York is going to have to face someone and they're going to have to win in their hometown. But it's like, and then it was 2 teams we didn't expect, and then it went away we didn't expect.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It was good. I'm happy for the London boys because they were good.
I think they should just switch to best of 5.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
hope there's a schedule overhaul coming into this next season.
Yeah. I think it should be 2 games first day, because even if one team wins both, it's like they still got to win one more. Mm-hmm. Then that gives the other team a whole like night to like prepare for that next day. Mm-hmm. And then but I guess if it was just one game, that would be so anticlimactic.
Like for the final day?
Yeah.
Or you could...
Well, no, because it wouldn't even necessarily be the final day, because then if the other team won 2 games, then there would be another day with 1 game. Mm-hmm. But then I guess...
Maybe just spread it so there's like a game a day.
But the thing is, then it's 1 game a day for like 5 days.
Yeah.
But
if you do best of 3,
you want them to do like 5 days at the Barclays Center.
Or if they do best of 3, do 3 days.
I don't like it being spread across so many days. I'd rather have best of 3 in 1 day than best of any in over like 5 days.
Yeah, I don't know. This is not for us to decide.
They'll figure it out, I'm sure, and I'm sure we'll still complain about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, big congrats to London. I'm happy that I got the London Spitfire Hammond skin. I'm going to switch over to just the this cam.
One more thing. I don't know how we get the sprays, because I only got 2 sprays and the weekend was short. Like the second day didn't even go 3 hours, and that was one of the goals for the sprays. So...
Oh yeah, someone on Reddit was saying like, what if we like, do I have to watch rerun VODs?
Yeah.
So I'm sure that they'll be like, hey, you watched the whole thing. Here's a spray. Because you were supposed to get more sprays the longer you watched, but it didn't even last that long.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. Are we disappointed?
I'm not disappointed in the result. I'm disappointed in how it went down. Like, it was the games were exciting. I don't know why I'm disappointed. Because the games were exciting. Crazy stuff happened. Profit popped off. Gesture did well. I think it was just because it was one-sided. I wanted it to be a bit more of a competition. I was hoping Philly would show up a bit better. It's just London. Like, I saw something that was like, this is why I think London's going to win by a lot. And it was like, when Philly made it to the playoffs, they went out for dinner and they partied a little bit. And they got, like
to the finals?
They celebrated. Yeah. London didn't do anything except go and practice more.
Well, that's a classic sports mistake.
What? Celebrating?
Yeah. Minnesota Vikings did that last year. Make a big catch, win a game. And then went and party. They were like, oh my god, we're going to win the goddamn Super Bowl. And they didn't.
Yeah.
They sucked. They got their asses handed to them. It just felt... I just want more.
Yeah. It left us wanting more, and there is no more.
For a month.
Here's the thing, though. After a week of no Overwatch, we'll be over it.
Yeah.
And then after another week, the All-Star Weekend will be soon. Mm-hmm. That'll make us excited and happy.
If they even talk about the All-Star Weekend.
What?
I hope they don't do what they did with the playoffs.
What? And not promote it at all?
The only reason we knew is because we...
follow it.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. And they did that with the playoffs, too. They didn't hype the playoffs off at all.
Yeah.
Up at all. Like the Overwatch Twitter, not Overwatch League, but the like Play Overwatch Twitter doesn't promote Overwatch League at all, and I think that's a huge mistake. They did tweet saying it's the grand finals, but that's the most they've done to promote the Overwatch League since like the first day of the Overwatch League.
Yeah.
Where they were like, "Hey guys, watch this." So, I think they could work on that. They also just need to figure out how to hype it up more. Because it was very much like, oh, it's here.
Yeah. I think the ESPN thing will be good for it.
Yeah.
And Disney XD will be good for it.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I also feel like
I want to know what the viewership numbers are.
We just talked about that.
No, for ESPN and Disney.
Oh. ESPN I don't think will release it for till the end of their year. But Disney XD usually, I think, does like a monthly thing or something. Or they release their numbers. But I made a mistake in showing you the camera on screen. But but yeah, I don't know. I also think they need to do more in the game engine to be like, these games are coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. You gotta stop playing with things. You're holding it backwards also. So we're gonna wrap this up because Calder has extreme ADD. Close my drawer. So we're not disappointed by the result necessarily, but we are definitely disappointed with how hyped it was.
And I think if they had someone...
And how short it was.
Yeah, and I don't think the DJ Khaled thing helped because no one was like, oh, I need to see the DJ Khaled performance. Also, we didn't know when that was.
Yeah, it was just like DJ Khaled is going to be there. We didn't know if it was
a halftime show or something, which I think they should probably do.
Yeah,
instead of this pre-show show.
Yeah.
Because it, like, Overwatch League kind of lends itself to a halftime show.
Also, it would be cooler if someone mentioned that, like, Imagine Dragons performed at the, I think...
ELCS?
Either EULCS, NALCS, or, like, Worlds. But they performed, is my point.
Yeah,
and apparently it was good. Yeah. They didn't go... If you love God, put your hands in the air.
If you were born in New York City, put your hands in the air.
If you were raised in New York City, put your hands in the air.
We should start a cult where it's just this.
Where we go, DJ Khaled, DJ Khaled, DJ Khaled, DJ Khaled. So yeah, I think they just need to figure out what the vibe is and hype up that vibe.
But it was a good first year. I enjoyed it.
It was a very good first year. It was very, for the most part, it was very clean.
Yeah.
They figured it out. Although, you know what? Let's say some things we're hoping that will change for next year.
I hope they don't take the Monday, Tuesday off. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off.
You hope it's just every day?
Yeah. Like a normal sport. I guess that would mess up the weeks. But, yeah, I guess they're kind of doing it like football.
I think it works.
But I don't know how they're going to play that many games. Like, they're already kind of pushing the limits of how many games they can play in that one arena.
Yeah. I wouldn't be... That looks horrible. That looks worse. I wouldn't be surprised if either... We can't lean back this much. Whether either they just straight up build a second... Well, no, because they don't want to, like, have people not watching every game. So they're not going to have 2 games at once.
They might have to. Like, they're going to have to once they get to 30
eventually.
teams.
Eventually, I think they'll have to. But, I think for next season, I wouldn't be surprised if they expanded to... Well, 1, if they started earlier. But 2, if they went Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah. And maybe... Or they do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but give teams bye weeks.
Yeah.
Like they do in football. Because then, like...
Well, yeah, because each stage, some didn't even play each other.
Mm-hmm.
So they could do just, like, a more extreme version of that. I don't know. Something that I'm hoping for next year is for them to try and highlight player personalities more.
Yeah.
To have more, like... This guy is this character in the Overwatch League. Because I know in, like, in every sport, like, certain players have characters.
Like in the NBA, you got the hotheads.
Yeah. And you got the nice guys. You got the funny guys.
Steph Curry. You got LeBron James.
Right now, it's just, this guy's really good at clicking heads.
Yeah. This guy's really good at going...
The most you have is Pine goes like this. Baby Bay goes like this. Jake goes like this. That's him talking a lot. It's like, I hope they highlight player personalities more. I hope players get more confident being like, trash talk. And then I hope they zone in on that and go like, oh, you're trash talking, instead of just going, ha, next.
I hope Megyn Kelly starts dating Jake.
I could go either way on that one. I hope...
I bet you got a lot of girlfriends, don't you?
I think they should bring players on the desk sometimes.
Yeah.
And be like I'd love to see if, like, Dante was on the desk talking about a game that... Like, they could fit another chair on that desk. Just get a player on there to also watch the match. Because I'd love to hear, like...
It could be that they don't... Like, maybe not a player, but maybe more of a personality. Like... I guess they don't really have that kind of person yet, though. Like a esports... Not an esports, but like an Overwatch League legend.
They definitely don't have that yet.
Yeah. But that's what they do in other sports. I guess we could do another podcast about what we want to change.
Yeah, more specifically.
We're just kind of trying to make up stuff now.
I'm not trying to make up stuff. That's something I want to change. I thought about that. That's why I asked the question.
Yeah.
But, like, I think people should... They should have players and, like, coaches on the desk talking about games.
Maybe... actually, more coaches interaction would be fun.
Yeah. Because, like, when Kirby was in the thing, like, general manager of London Spitfire, Susie Kim, was there. And she was like, oh, blah, 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 this about that. And then she was pretty charismatic. And then it switched to Kirby. And he was like, we're trying. And it was very much like...
I also like seeing Prophet beat up his teammates.
punched Birdering right in the bum on camera.
Punch gesture.
Anyway, we really enjoyed the Overwatch League. Clearly we did, or else we wouldn't have a podcast about it. And thank you for letting us have a podcast about it. We've enjoyed doing this for the most part.
For letting us post this on YouTube?
Yeah.
Well,
on a free forum. We've enjoyed doing this. I've enjoyed doing this. I just like talking about Overwatch with my pal and posting it on the internet.
Is this how you're supposed to say it?
For the most part, most of the time, I've enjoyed talking about Overwatch League with my pal and posting it on the internet. We're never going to do an in-person one again because I'm joking. Anyway, we're going to... We're going to...
Oh, it smells good.
We're going to try to post an episode every week, even in the off season. Or no, not... Yeah, in the off season. Talk about something. Talk about the All-Star game. Talk about the World Cup. For sure, we'll do those two things. But, like, when it's off stuff, we'll talk about topics. Actually try to get guests on.
Instead of going, hey, Jake, we're going to record tonight, but please host.
Yeah. Instead be like, hey, I'm going to email the general manager of the London Spitfire and be like, hey, do you have anyone from your committee that would be willing to talk about the Overwatch?
Or you.
Maybe.
You want to get Susie Kim on?
Maybe. That'd be fun. Sure. I'll have anybody on. I'll have the friggin' janitor of the Blizzard Arena on.
What's it like when it's so hyped?
It's annoying because they throw stuff in the air and I have to pick it up.
Please stop throwing things.
If you know what that's a reference to, comment in the comment section below. Anybody?
Guys.
Anyway.
Please stop throwing things.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the Broverwatch podcast. This is the last episode of the regular season. Well, I guess not even the regular season. But this is the last episode of the
first season
of the Overwatch League. We hope that you enjoyed our coverage. Hope you enjoyed the coverage of the Overwatch League, and we hope you tune in for our other episodes and tune in next year. I hope next year's great. Most of the Overwatch League season has been me going, oh, this will be great next year.
Yeah.
So hopefully next year's great. Anyway, everybody. Thank you so much for watching the Broverwatch podcast. We appreciate your viewership, your listenership, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.